Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jez7780. What grinds my gears? Episode 36. Inside Xbox was today, and we were told to wait to XO18. What is XO18? We'll talk about it. I'm gonna do a quick video. Just wanted to give my just initial reactions to today's Inside Xbox. First, the big thing came out today was Forza Horizon 4, excellent reviews, 92 on Metacritic. I played the demo on PC. It looks absolutely amazing. What's up, chat? We'll let the chat come in here, then we'll get into how I feel about the Inside Xbox. But yeah, so can't deny a great racing game. It's a good racing game. We kind of knew Forza 3 was probably one of the most successful games that they had this generation that really had legs, like I mentioned before. So Forza Horizon 4 looks like it's matching or getting better than Forza Horizon 3. So a lot of Inside Xbox today was based off, leading right off the hype of basically the reviews that came out. And greatest racing game ever, things like that. This seems like everybody had no issues with the seasons. It seems like they addressed those issues where you could actually make your races during any time. And the route creator looks really cool, which is coming later in an update. And it looks like the content and roadmap look very good. Like I saw that during Inside Xbox. It looks like that they have a plan with Forza, which makes you go back and look at Sea of Thieves and look at the haphazardness of the content that's coming to that. The thing is, though, is that I'm excited personally. I liked Forza 3. I like it. I like some racing games, but watching the gameplay and stuff, it looks good. But I just can't. I know you'll play. I'll play it for like a day or so, and then after that, it's just you're gonna be driving around. And what I heard was in Inside Xbox is that it has like a 4 to 6 hour introduction period. Where you basically are going through some races, going through some stuff before it lets you out in the open to actually race online and race with people. So then it opens up, and then you get on the servers with the season. So there's like there's a kind of a lengthy kind of introduction. It's not an hour. It's basically like a 4 to 6 hour kind of Forza introduction. That if it's in there just to kind of get people who just want to jump on and think they could just play the game with their online and stuff like that. It won't jump you onto the servers with the drivatage yet or things like that until you do that thing. What's up, Savage, Sawdust, Daniel, Jemiah, Callie, Spider? What's up, man? So, that introduction is a little like, it sucks that you kind of almost want to jump on and start playing and, race with people, but you're going to have to do this introduction first. And then it kind of kicks you onto the server and then you get into the seasons. So we'll see how that works. Maybe it's not 6 hours, maybe it's less, but they did say about 4 to 6 hours. They did say in one of the reviews, and actually, I think it was Rand's review. Rand, shout out to Rand. Yeah, Rand's review. I think he said it's like a kind of lengthy introduction. So, but otherwise, for me, the game looks great. The game's going to be great for those who like Forza, but again, I wish they did a little bit more with it, a lot more with it. I think, the whole introduction of the hovercrafts, the motorcycles, we should control those things. Like this should be really, like, they should expand it. This is the next Forza Horizon. I think it should have been a little bit more rather than just giving you more cars, different things, and focus more on the online events and the unlockables that way through seasons. Like they're going to try to use the season specific locks. So like you'll have to sign on within the 6 days or 7 days and try to get that unlocked before the season goes away. So they're going to try to use that to entice people. We'll see how it works. The game by itself, gameplay wise, looks great. It played great on the demo that I played. I'll probably do a Game Pass and do it on the PC, see if I really like it. But again, they have that again, and this is the constant issue that I have with every other future Xbox announcement, that Forza it's great, but again, the fact that launches on PC day and date, it doesn't drive people. The hype and craziness. I saw people going out and getting Spider-Man. Now, yes, it's a racer, but no Microsoft game is going to do that when they're still doing this day and date on PC stuff. And, when you have a game like a 92 Forza Horizon sitting there and you don't have a custom console, which that's a travesty, I think it's a horrible decision on their part, but you have this great game there, it just, unfortunately, the hype dies down because you can play it on the PC and on Xbox. It doesn't say I need an Xbox to play that game, racer of the generation or the best racing game ever. You could use your computer if you invested in a PC, and more people are getting those gaming PCs. And it just, my nephew and stuff like that are building gaming PCs. They've been playing on some consoles and they're already playing PCs, like 15 years old. Like, nah, I want a gaming PC. So it's just gonna it's just, unfortunately, it doesn't create that hype to get the console. And it's something that they're gonna have to always fight with all their exclusives because of this day and date stuff. Then on top of that, they got the Game Pass, which now it's like you could just check out the game for $10. And that's amazing. When they're now, if Game Pass had those kind of games, like a Forza game, like coming like that kind of stuff, that's pretty amazing, because that's some high quality game going into Game Pass, and you can't deny it. Forza is a great game. It's gonna be exciting for those who like the racing games and stuff like that. I would say it's probably gonna win probably best sports game, because they bundle sports and races. I'm sure they'll because there wasn't a lot of competition either with the races like Crew 2 and some things like that, but probably in there. I don't know if it'll be game of the year in the voting, but we all know, and we'll also have to see if the reviews mount to sales. That's the thing. Like Forza Horizon 3, I think was a surprise to a lot of people. I think that was really a really good time for it to come out. I think, Forza Horizon 4 coming out and having similar backgrounds, and just really the seasons are different. If you just kind of look at it, the environments don't look too different. Though they look better, but they don't look too different. We'll see if it amounts to sales. And I know, unfortunately, we're not going to find out because, the way they roll, they'll talk about how many people signed on, and you don't know if they're Game Pass people or purchases. And they won't tell you how much it sold either. So we're never going to know. We'll just know how well it does. But, that the reviews on Forza, we'll see how it comes out. I do think it's a little, it comes out on Tuesday, so it comes into Game Pass when the standard version comes out. The ultimate version is if you paid $100, get the season pass, and you can play it on Friday, I believe. I'll just wait for the Game Pass thing and try it out. It runs really well on the PC. For when I play, I have a 980 Ti. Again, I don't have no beast of a computer. I have a Alienware laptop that hooks onto a graphics amplifier that has a 980 Ti in it. And I ran it great. 60 frames. It was running real smooth at 4K too. I don't know if it was dynamic resolution or what the hell it is. I'm not no Digital Foundry, damn it. But now we get into the Inside Xbox. Now, what I said today, I was like, you know what? Inside Xbox has been such a trash. You don't want to put a blemish on the news of Forza. It was the first time that Microsoft had a decent ass game that came out that got reviewed glowingly and didn't have any bullshit behind it. Like, not like, oh, content will come, or sorry for the jankiness and the glitches. And it just came out, and it's just, a great game. And well, hopefully, you release a game, people will buy it. But again, it's a racist, so it's going to be kind of tough to do that. It's not an action adventure, story driven game, a known IP, think like a Spider-Man or an action adventure game with a big narrative. And I think that was one of the biggest things. Like, I know they have something called Forza Story, but I think that thing is really asking for some sort of kind of story mode or some sort of campaign. I think that's something that they should really put in there. Maybe even get out of your car. Who knows? I don't know. I think crazy. But now we come to Inside Xbox. So we knew it was going to be a Forza Fest. They basically showed you the stuff of what they were going to show. And a lot of it was Forza and cars. And they're in Goodwood Castle. Everybody's getting some Goodwood over there. Everybody's doing some Goodwood. And you go over there and, it was a Forza orgy. They were going back and forth between studios and the Goodwood and Major Nelson Woods over in Xbox Studios, back and forth. I thought it had a decent flow to it this time. And I think because they knew the Forza has a lot of content, it's a good looking game. There's no bullshit behind it. And when you have an amazing game, I think the content just flows. The interviews were a little too long, but they did get to show the route creator, which looked really cool, how you drive the route. So the Forza coverage in Inside Xbox, there was nothing real cringeworthy. You didn't have Major Nelson on a racetrack driving a fucking car around the loops, which I thought that's what we're gonna see. Him in his white gloves behind a Ferrari driving around. They didn't go that cringeworthy, so I'm glad they didn't do that kind of stuff. But the biggest thing was, as leading up to Inside Xbox, was Phil Spencer was stepping down from the great gods from the cloud and was going to be on Inside Xbox with news. I held back my tweet. I was like, please don't be teasing some bullshit. Please come on there and talk some stuff. Oh, but before we get to Phil Spencer, they were teasing Game Pass and Game Pass they had Games with Gold. Holy shit. I'm going to tell you this. Wolfenstein is a good game and nothing against it, but it's the first one. It's not Wolfenstein 2. Secondly, Metro, another older game. Like, the Game Pass games were kind of weak, but I know they're giving Forza, so they had to balance it out. Games with Gold, besides Overcooked, which is a good little indie game, the rest, Split Second was good in the day. I don't think the servers work anymore, so good luck playing that online. Split Second, which was a good game back in the day, but like Hitman Blood, it was a good Hitman, but it's the old one. Like, Games of Gold is just ugh. And them announcing them back to back I'm just like, oh man. Thank goodness they got that shit out of the way. Like, that was it wasn't that great. And they really got to figure out what the hell they want to do with these services, because it is confusing. And I thought, and then before we get the Phil Spencer thing, then they announced the PUBG Xbox One S. Now we're bundling free games. We bundled broken games with PUBG. Now we're bundling free games. Now everybody needs their Fortnite bundle, and with some exclusive armor that's in it and V-Bucks, so you could buy some content. So when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, Phil Spencer's going to come on and he's going to say free-to-play games don't require Xbox Live, right? Because who would be an idiot to go buy the Xbox One S for an online-only game that's bundled with it? Yeah, they give you 14-day, or I think a month, maybe of Xbox Live, but they're giving you an Xbox with a game that doesn't work if you don't sign up to Xbox Live. So I was like, Phil Spencer has to break that free-to-play paywall. That's what he's coming on here for. He's going to announce free-to-play doesn't require Xbox Live, because why would they sell the Fortnite that requires Xbox Live with the console? Because if you don't sign up, you don't have internet, that game is trash to you. Fuck the armor. Fuck the V-Bucks. You can't even boot up the game and play online without Xbox Live. So it has a 1-month code. Okay, good luck. Have fun in December. In January, you're fucked. So I was like, Phil has to come on and do that. That's the reason why they're doing that Fortnite bundle, because they're the only console that has that paywall. Well, he didn't do that. So then Phil Spencer trots on, and he does some nice talk about the game and the fans and the feedback, and the feedback, and things that they bring him back is XO18 in Mexico City. Now, what he did say before was they're doing a fan fest down there anyway. At that time, they're just bringing now XO to that fan fest, so they're going to combine it. So they already had 10,000 people or so going to fan fest during that time. So they're doing an Xbox fan fest. But now they're going to bring XO, which will probably be like a mini E3 demo type thing, like how they had set up on the stage at E3. But what he teases was like, oh, XO, we used to have those, and we announced the Rare acquisition. And, and then the guy asked the question, well, if you're doing this thing, you got to be bringing some news, right? And he goes, yeah, we'll have some news. Third party will be there, and first party will be there in a big way. We'll have some things that pop, like, to celebrate with our fans. Yeah, that's what I thought, Savage. I thought like that kind of made sense with the announcement of that Fortnite bundle, because it's kind of contradictory to bundle a game that requires an online service. A free-to-play game nonetheless, a free game. So it's not even, you're paying for the what is it? The fucking microtransactions. That's what you're paying for. That's what you think. That's where the value is in that game. That game's free, and you got to pay for Xbox Live, which that's that was a kind of a sucker's bundle, I think. And again, not custom, nothing, just a white ass bundle. Like the fucking weak. But anyway, back to this XO18. Come in. So he teased a rare announcement. Now I see everybody going, oh, they'll announce studios and all this stuff. Let me give you my opinion of this XO18. It could be good. And when I thought about it, I'm like, it's bait. It's bait. And my thing is that it could be good. And they're going to have some Inside Xbox. So Inside Xbox is basically going to be on November 10th. I think at 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I think, 2 o'clock Eastern time, something around that time on a Saturday afternoon. And that's when they're going to do this Inside Xbox, and they're going to probably announce some coverage or whatever like that. And that's what the news is going to do. This thing, XO18, my opinion, has to be Crackdown's come out party. They got to have Crackdown multiplayer there. And I think that's the big first party. Well, it's the only thing I think of that will be there. And I think they'll announce that they're making Fable. Confirmed. And Playground had a great job with Forza last month. And now their next project is Fable. And I think that's it. Or maybe they'll have a Fable trailer. I don't know. But they'll probably announce Fable. And this will be Crackdown's thing. And Crackdown's coming out party. They might show single player Crackdown. If they don't have multiplayer to Crackdown, that game is, I don't know when else they're going to do it. But that has to be it. If Crackdown's not at XO18, oh man, I can't. But my fear is that if they think that they're going to go down to Mexico and talk about a Sea of Thieves DLC, another DLC packet for Forza, another DLC packet for State of Decay 2, show a bunch of third-party stuff like they'll show Battlefield, because Battlefield will be coming out around that time. Battlefield 5. PUBG, a new map for PUBG. If they think that that's the first-party content that they're going to bring, just kind of DLC stuff, this could be a disaster. And this could be just a waste of time. But I have a feeling that this has to be Crackdown's time. This has to be Crackdown's thing. And Savage. Yeah, probably Ashen. They might announce Ashen like coming out to Game Pass that month. Maybe that's an Inside Xbox. Inside Xbox is basically the Game Pass announcement thing. So probably Ashen will be announced for Game Pass coming in December, or maybe coming day and date in November. But my thing is that he trails the XO announcement about we care about the fans, and it's about Xbox. And it sounds like, yeah, this is like the Xbox of old. And then follows up that news with keyboard and mouse support coming to Xbox and partnering with Razer. And it's just, we're brought right back to this dichotomy of what the fuck do you want to be? What do you want to, what do you want to be? Why do we come back to this? Because sitting here, watching him talk about XO18, the fans, and a place to celebrate, and all this other stuff, it's like, yes, Xbox. And then they're like, and keyboard and mouse support. And we're going to have some games. And a Warframe or War something was going to be the first one to do it, support it. And I'm just like, we're back. We're back to this whole PC world shit. And this is the same kind of bullshit. Oh, and they'll probably have Gears Tactics, I would think, because, that game, when's that coming out? That's a PC-only game. When the hell is that Gears Tactics coming out? Maybe that will come at this XO thing as well. But it's just, and that's where I come into this thing going, it's called Xbox. Again, just like we're at Inside Xbox, and this PC announcements trickled in, it is very frustrating, because when you have an Xbox event, you think it's going to be all about the console, everything that's underneath your TV, and it hasn't been. And it's been always this kind of tug and pull. And whenever Phil talks about the business, he talks about gaming business, celebrating gaming. So PC is part of it now, as we know. But it's just like, again, he came on E3 stage, talked about we bought studios. It's about you fans out in the audience with the jerseys on. It's all about you guys. And then they had Ferguson come out there and announce an exclusive PC game of Gears of War coming out. And oh yeah, and your Gears will come out next year, but we're working on this Gears for this holiday for PC only. When cross-play and segregating your market and just making it for one thing is bad. But we're going to do it with our own first-party studio. Now, maybe they announce at this XO that Gears Tactics is coming to Xbox. And with the keyboard and mouse support rolling out, maybe. But again, we sit here on September 25th, and now Microsoft just gave us another carrot. Another thing to hope and wish and predict and analyze and say what if and say what this and maybe this and he goes there and they go this and they go another carrot. And this is, again, it's good. I'm not complaining about it. I just cannot stand the carrot. I'm just impatient. And I'm just like, could this be an amazing event? And people are like, oh, they're gonna announce studios there. Fucking cares? Oh my god, like buying studios, what does that do? What are these studios making? Are they making Gears Pop? Or are they making Gears 5? Or are they making both? What are they making? Are they making a shooter? Are they making an action adventure? Are they making a racing game? Are they making an RPG? Are they making a top-down twin-stick shooter? Are they making a puzzle game? You know, if the coalition, not the coalition, but if Hellblade developers, Ninja Theory, come out and go, here's our next game. It's a fucking puzzle game like Tetris. People are gonna be like, oh shit. You could ruin it with one announcement just like that. Oh, we're making like a Loomis game. We always want to make this amazing puzzle game. Freedom to create whatever they want. And then people make a puzzle game. You don't know. And it's, again, a what ifs. And we sit here again with another carrot. It was wait to E3, wait to Gamescom, and now wait to XO18. And you know what's going to happen? When Microsoft has a bad show next E3, if they have a bad one, and don't show what all their games are developing, is going to be wait to XO19. And you know what? I said before, I am just sick and tired of the what ifs, the maybes, the who's, the what's going to be announced. Oh, just tell us about Fable. Oh, show us Crackdown. For what? Just to keep waiting and then wait to X18. Then what happens if they don't show it at X18? Oh, wait to the Game Awards show. The Game Awards, they might show Crackdown. They might show something. And then after that, it's wait to E3 again. Or wait to next generation. The thing is I feel I have the sense of urgency for Xbox. That they got to get their shit together fast. And they are just mosey on down the river, just it's all good. La 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 la. Here's a controller. Here's the PUBG one. Oh, what are we hiding behind this curtain? Oh, it's a PUBG one. Oh, Phil Spencer's coming on. He's gonna announce keyboard and mouse support is coming. Huh? Not a tease of what the developer's making, or are we that far? We're probably that far away. They're still putting the fucking plaster on the office doors. I'm sure. But it's just they're making moves, but they're moving like fucking molasses. And then they come on there and they have something good, but they tease. Oh, we're gonna have some big live inside Xbox. It's a trap. And it's gonna be a trap for the diehard Xbox people that I used to be. It's a trap. Because what you think might be announced might not be announced. And it is going to be disappointment. And I wish we had a list of games that we knew about that they could show there, but all we got is Crackdown and Ori and probably DLC of everything that we have. There's not going to be Fable gameplay. There's not going to be Ninja Theory gameplay. There's not going to be announced release dates for the Collectives game or what the studio in Santa Monica is making. It's too soon. And I heard Rand's thing, and I heard Rand's thing, and I kind of agree with him. Like, it is a risky move to have this Xbox only event, and in a year where the content is so lacking, it's very interesting for them to kind of, it's a risk. And I think he said it himself, like, it's a risk. Like, it could be great. You could say Fable and Crackdown looks great, and Fable tease and everybody goes crazy, which I think he kind of alluded to, like, oh, making news and celebrating with everybody. I'm sure it's going to be Fable. That's the worst kept secret there. And he'll talk Fable. Now, whether they show a trailer or they just show the logo, show Fable, yay. And then see you Christmas and enjoy. I don't know if anything during that event is going to let people rush out and go buy themselves Xboxes for Christmas, which I feel that's what they need to be addressing. They need to make that console desirable. And then, and I think they're missing, I'm going to tell you, the marketing has been atrocious. Atrocious. Forza, a 92 Metacritic is fucking crickets. Crickets. I've sat all day Sunday watching football, and I knew more about them fucking Salmon Sisters and how they use the Surface Pro or the Surface Go. The fucking Salmon Sisters. I know a lot about them. But not one fucking car Forza commercial, not one Xbox commercial. It is all Surface commercials. It's all what can you build on Windows commercials. Microsoft has exclusive marketing. Microsoft, the company that makes fucking billions of dollars, has exclusive marketing with the NFL, the most watched shit all day Sunday long, going from Sunday afternoon to Sunday night to Monday night. And they don't show one fucking Xbox logo. Spider-Man was swinging all over the fucking place 2 Sundays ago. All over the place. But Microsoft has no advertisements at all. They have a partnership with the NFL. They had partnerships with AMC for Walking Dead. And all they are Surface commercials. And every time I'm like on my wife is sick of the Salmon Sisters. The Salmon Sisters are all over the fucking place on how they use their Surface. But nobody's playing Xbox. There's no games. There's no fun. The marketing is atrocious. They think a tweet. They think a Mike Ybarra tweet, an Aaron Greenberg tweet. Who are you addressing to? We know the extremists are on Twitter, the crazy fans. They follow Xbox. So why are you not putting this shit on TV? I don't see any ads on walls. I don't even see fucking ads in GameStop, at Best Buy. It is like all you see is the Xbox line. There is no fucking ads. There's no like, come get your Xbox, nothing. It is, like I said, my GameStop uses the Xbox stand to hang shirts on it, like a fucking hanger. The marketing is atrocious. And this is where this quick wins. Like, this is where the money should be going. And the XO18 is going to be nice, but it's going to be really hard to set your expectations low. Because there's going to always be that ounce of hope that they brought this back for a reason. They brought this back to say they're coming back. But I think a lot of these fan fests and a lot of these things are just pacifiers, I feel. Like, they could tell those people, hey, those drinks that you're drinking? Yeah, we just took a piss in them. And everybody like, yeah, Xbox. Like, They're the fan fests. First of all, I don't know why they didn't do it in the United States, but they did in Mexico City because that's where they're having that fan fest. They already had the United States fan fest for E3, so I guess they didn't want to do it again. And they had the European fan fest at Gamescom, so I guess they were going to do that. But it's like, oh yeah, a game that you're right. Like the PS4 Pro is advertised all over the FIFA and soccer all over the place. Like even it's crazy. I even think it might be in the Xbox demo where they have the flaps in the back of on the FIFA saying PS4 Pro or some shit like that. But the marketing is so bad, and it's just like this XO18 Mexico City. It's going to be a weekend event. They're going to do this Inside Xbox, which, all right, we got Inside Xbox. It's going to be like how they did Inside Xbox at E3. So I don't think they didn't announce that they're having a keynote or a conference. Is going to be Inside Xbox is going to cover this live. So you're going to have them, Major Nelson, and all of them there, and they'll make their announcements. And then to trail that, because they care so much about the fans, keyboard and mouse support. They're partnering with Razer, so you know you're going to get price gouged. So this thing is at least $150. They do, right? Stardust? I knew they do because there's PlayStation 4. I remember playing it, and it's like PlayStation 4 flaps and around the arena in the Xbox demo FIFA. It's just they're marketing so bad. And this is nice for the fans. And I always mention on these things like the fans. They don't listen to the fans. The fan, like, you don't need to have an XO18. And this is where it grinds me again. Sony at 1:00 in the morning is like PlayStation Classic, done. Number one Amazon sold out, done. And then they're like a few days later, they're like PlayStation Now downloads, done. Like out of the fucking blue. Like you're like, whoa, wait. The Thursday, just a tweet. PlayStation blog, done. There's no celebration. There's no like, stay tuned for a special announcement podcast coming from Yoshida on Thursday. No. It's just like boom, and it's like holy shit, this is like amazing news. Like whoa, the PlayStation downloads happening right now. PlayStation Now downloads. Oh my god, PlayStation Classic and the console, Red Dead Redemption bundle, boom. Like there's no like, oh hold on, we have a special Red Dead event. It's taking place in the wood, in the over in the farm. Hold on, there we go. It's Sean Layden right there. He's near the haystack. Sean, what do you have to say? I'm proud to announce, with his cowboy hat on, we have, stay tuned to next week, live from the Bond PlayStation. And he's going to be like, here I am, Sean Layden, hay in his mouth, fucking cowboy hat on. He goes, all right, whoa. Wait a sec, let's run the trailer again. And then he comes out, he goes, Red Dead Redemption PlayStation bundle coming out. He's like, no, there's no teases. It's like, boom, here it is, done. Just like they did super sampling, Xbox super sampling, the PlayStation 4 Pro. They're like, yeah, done, took care of it. Like, I just don't understand that Sony just drops news that's so relevant to the fans, and it excites the fans, and it excites Twitter and all this other stuff, and just quick announcements. And Microsoft has to tease these events and these things. And then when it can build up what are they going to announce? Oh, they're going to buy Obsidian. They'll buy Capcom. They'll buy Sony. They're going to announce the new Telltales. They're going to save Telltale games. This is the shit that's the saying. This is the shit. Really? This is what happens. It goes fucking left. And then if it doesn't happen there, it's going to happen. If you are listening to your fans should not be creating these fucking stories. if you're satisfying them. What's behind the curtain at Gamescom? Stay tuned. Later on, we'll show you. It's a fucking PUBG controller with the rubbers on it. We all know why they put rubbers on it. And that's what gets under my skin. That's what like the passion that I have, because where's the sense of urgency? You are not in a position right now to tease. You got to be dropping news every fucking moment you can. And you got to be bringing relevant news. Not talking, well, listen to the Xbox fans. Oh, and here comes keyboard and mouse support. So the same 10,000 people that are lining up in fucking Mexico City on November 10th are the same people that have been asking you for keyboard and mouse? And if you correct me wrong, Phil Spencer, but I thought the whole thing where the console gamer is that when you play console games, you sit back and watch on your 50-inch TV. And the PC gamer, the reason why you're bringing your games to PC was because that is a more intimate, and you're like leaning forward and playing on a keyboard and mouse. They're two different types of the interactions. I remember the interview at E3 2017 where he said why they're bringing Xbox games to PC, because they were different people. I sit back and play, or I play on a keyboard and mouse. But now you change it all about. Now we got Razer. We got wireless mouse and keyboards that work. And now you're sitting back on your couch playing with a mouse and keyboard, because that's not awkward at all. That's exactly why consoles exist. So I could sit back on my couch and play with mouse and keyboard, you know. I love moving a fucking cursor across a 55-inch fucking screen, you know. Love it. I can't wait to take my mouse. What I'm going to do, the sensitivity of my mouse is going to have to be super high to move across the 60-inch TV that I have. Yes, because that's what those people want at XO18. Those are the same people you're talking to. They want the keyboard and mouse. And then he had to do his whole PR statement about it, where it's not going to change the games. It's really just going to be about the developer and the options the developer has to them. Now they can use keyboard and mouse on the games, so we might get more games from PC. I think he said the same thing about UWP. How more developers will develop for Xbox because of just naturally developing for UWP in the Windows 10 store. And now 3 years later, how's it going? How's it going, fans? It's fucking not going. Hit that like button, everybody. And then I turned it off for the avatars thing. Still talking avatars. And they're going to come. They're coming. Avatars and keyboard and mouse. This is the thing. I know they're trying to address so many people. They're trying to touch everybody. They want to do all the touching. And I just don't. It is totally polarizing on where they want to be and what they want to do. It's very confusing. You bundle Fortnite. You're the only console that requires an online subscription for Fortnite, but let's bundle that game with our system. You've been using PUBG, a game that was in preview for a year. Let's bundle that with our most powerful console. And the other thing is, where's these X bundles? They should be making X bundles and custom S's right now. That's where we should be right now. That's what the fans want. Instead, they're taking these S's and these custom consoles and they're putting them up for charity and for auction. You know what? That is wonderful. That is wonderful. And I'm sure you have a nice big write-off check at the end of the year from Microsoft that you contributed to charity. But I don't know if the 10,000 people in Mexico City think that. Like, I think that they would want those custom consoles. The fan base wants those custom consoles. Why don't you sell them? It's like, oh, here's some white Xbox with Fortnite. That's a free game and some DLC. Oh, and here's this awesome Walker, Paul Walker's brother, whatever, has this amazing Forza like white console with some crazy blue streaks on it. That's for charity. Go bid on it. And it's like, I'm looking at him like, why is that not for sale? Like, you could contribute to charity if you want to say, hey, make that console $350 and $40 of that profit goes to charity. Or $40 goes to, or you're going to donate to charity. And sell it on the shelves. Get people to buy your console. I don't understand the concept of it. I feel like what they want to do is sell us on a message rather than a product. Sell me on XO18, but don't let me go out and buy an Xbox because you're going to do anything with XO18. Sell me this vision of you're going to be the gamer's friend, but don't try to sell me the product. Like, you're selling me gaming theory instead of selling me the gaming products. And those avatars get wet. Yeah, those avatars, my God. I thought they fucking came out already. They've been talking about avatars since the Inside Xbox in the summertime. I thought those avatars came out already. Shit. Thought they were in preview. It's all fucked up. But that should not be. That should not have stage time. That should have Inside Xbox time. And that's what I want to say. When I saw XO18 and Inside Xbox is going to be coveraging, don't listen to people. Go listen to Inside Xbox and listen to the words that come out of Phil's mouth. I advise everyone on here and spread the message. Listen to what he says. Don't listen to the fanatical Twitter and YouTube conference coming, news blast. Listen to what he says. It is an event for the fans. They're going to have some news that they could celebrate with their fans. Probably Fable 3, and probably Crackdown 3, showing that game. But he doesn't say, I'm getting on stage and I'm going to be dropping fucking bombshells like this is equivalent to E3. He doesn't even allude to E3. This is a fan event. This is Fan Fest with Inside Xbox coverage that's done in October, that's done in November, that is going to have some first-party stuff, and he did say third-party. This is not an Xbox-only show that's going to have just exclusives or just their first-party games. They're going to have third-party, so get ready for your Tomb Raider DLC coverage. I'm sure they'll have a spot on that. They'll have a spot on Battlefield 5. They'll have coverage probably for Call of Duty, probably demo, but they're not marketing Call of Duty. Red Dead. Or they're probably going to have maybe Assassin's Creed. Maybe those other two are Sony ones, so they won't have them there. But you got to think what Xbox has been doing. Now, if they prove me wrong and Phil Spencer comes out in there and goes that, here are these amazing things, blah, 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 then that's amazing. Xbox is back. So we will have to see. But again, this announcement today is creating the narrative for the holiday of wait to this thing. I think it's a good time. And also, I don't even think PSX has been confirmed. So imagine if PSX doesn't come out, if there's no PSX this year, and there's this Xbox, whatever, I don't know why it's Xbox, XO18, and there's no PSX. Oh, man. It's going to, and if you look at PSX, really, it was a fan event. They talked more about their games, a little announcements here and there. They did show Last of Us 2, I think, the trailer to it, which I could see them announcing Fable, like a trailer to Fable, or even showing a trailer to Fable. I don't know. But I think Fable's supposed to be really early. But I think Fable's going to be the big opening announcement for that. And, if they buy a studio, yay for them. But again, I cannot get excited for them buying studios because we've seen what they did with Rare. We've seen what they did with Silicon Knights. We've seen what, so like, they don't have a great track record of buying amazing studios and getting the best out of them. And I always think the problem is they try to throw too much Microsoft into their games. Just make a game for what it is. Stop worrying about what service it's tied to, what message it sends to developers. Just make a great game. And the gamers will respond. Don't try to monetize it as crazy as it is. Don't shove loot boxes and aesthetics and all this other stuff. But I do think a lot of this Inside Xbox at XO18 will probably be a lot of kind of the DLCs and the things like that that's coming out, and probably kind of like a holiday pick me up to say, hey, let's hype up Xbox for this, and maybe announcement of they got to show Crackdown. Crackdown needs hands-on time. So we'll see how it goes. But the keyboard and mouse support, I'm not excited for that because I don't even play keyboard and mouse on my computer. I plug in a controller and play. So I don't. And Razer is partnering with Razer. That thing's going to be at least $150, $200. But it will work with regular keyboard and mouse. So, you want to sit back on your couch and on your fucking coffee table and play with a mouse. Till your wife beats you over the head saying, why is all this computer shit in my living room? Enough you got to hide the controller from your living room. But, what's all this bullshit going on? If you live by yourself, then you have a keyboard and mouse all over the place. But, we'll see how that shit works. But again, I don't think the Xbox fan base has been asking for that. I think it's more of like maybe PC. I have no clue. I don't know why people want it. It's not going to be in all games. But, what he said where it's an option. But the thing is that it wasn't an option for Gears of War casual matches. They threw those PC players with keyboard and mouse or whoever the hell they were in those games. They didn't give a shit. Same thing with CFDs. They threw that The developer did not take the time and the maturity to separate out the players of who's using what input. And as Phil Spencer said on that Inside Xbox, he is leaving that power to the developers. And we have seen how they used it with the PC crossplay. There has not been a PC playlist and an Xbox playlist. No, they've thrown everybody all fucking together and said, enjoy. And didn't give a shit what you're playing on. So are we going to get that experience now on Xbox? So if the game supports keyboard and mouse, are we just going to not have separate playlists? And who knows who's playing on what? And enjoy paying $60 a year on figuring out who the fuck you're playing with. Am I playing with Timmy on the phone? Am I playing with Fred on the Switch? Am I playing with Gary on the fucking keyboard and mouse on an Xbox? Am I playing with Phil, who's on his PC running at 130 frames per second? Who knows? Enjoy. You're the only one that's paying. That's all I can tell you. So it's a good move. And Inside Xbox wasn't that bad. It wasn't as cringy. They talk too much, though. They do talk too much. And they teased Phil Spencer and they brought him on at the hour in. But otherwise, it was not bad. But again, they had something to talk about. Forza has a lot of content. Forza is worthwhile. It's not like they're shooting people out of fucking cannons of Sea of Thieves to eat some time or having people go in the submarine and try to find Kraken, which, I appreciate the hashtag free Kraken because I still think he's not in the game. He's still on vacation. Maybe he comes out at XO18. They have a fucking Kraken come down from the ceiling. Here he is, full-bodied. I don't know. The fucking Kraken. Free Kraken. Hashtag free Kraken. Hit the like button. Hashtag free Kraken. Free to Kraken. He's still on sabbatical. Tentacles and all. But anyway, it was a good show because they did have some stuff to talk about. And it was a Forza show. But again, like I have the picture I took last week. No, like it would have been amazing if they had a first-party wheel come out right now to go with the amazing game that they had. A Forza 4. And here's our amazing wheel. whoa, let's go get the wheel. Like, it's just so kind of obvious to a fan what they should be doing to get people to buy stuff. Consumers, like it. I don't know if they think that the Xbox fan is just like they don't buy anything. I don't know, because they're not trying to sell anybody anything. All it seems like they want to do is they just want you to just stay like believing in them and giving them money in subscriptions. Like, but they're not trying to sell you a product. They're not making amazing wheels to go with, like they have a premier racing. They have a premier racing franchise. You think they would make it like a custom wheel for it, like a first party wheel. The amount of controllers that come out with is fucking ridiculous. But no, let's not make a wheel. We got Forza coming out. Why don't you make a nice wireless wheel, amazing first party accessory, and do some Atmos with it, Atmos headphones with it? Like, no, you don't do that. It would be exciting. Like again, and maybe XO18 is going to make Xbox fun again. But, again, like I wish he had. I'm just sick of the teasing, though. I'm just sick of it. There's just another event. Inside Xbox became that monthly event that maybe they'll drop some news. Now we got another event in November. Hopefully they announce something and stay relevant to gamers. And while Microsoft has promises and XO18, here comes Smash Brothers. Here comes PlayStation Classic. Here come like Red Dead Bundle. What's up, MS? How you doing, man? Game Night said, how was Days Gone and even Anthem while gameplay covers? Yes, you're right. Game Night. You're right. Days Gone had so much coverage. Like, it had a whole bunch of coverage at the Tokyo Game Show. And that's the other thing. Tokyo Game Show had so much news and so many games were shown and exclusive games to PlayStation and just coverage on Days Gone. Like, Days Gone had tons of Game Informer coverage and stuff like that in June. And Crackdown 3, you think they're just going to just throw it on demo stations at XO18? I don't know. But if Crackdown 3 is not there, I don't think they would have this event if Crackdown 3 wasn't ready. And I think Crackdown 3 is going to be the big, that's all they have, everybody. Like, that's all they have, really. Crackdown 3 and a Fable announcement. What are they going to do? Maybe they show Gears of War 5 gameplay, some multiplayer. I don't think they'll have Gears of War 5 ready to play. I'm assuming that's next E3. The Halo they're not going to have there. Maybe they show gameplay to Halo. I don't know. Halo has to be there in some form, you would think, right? As an Xbox event. But we're back to Halo and Gears. Do they show Battletoads? Do they do this? Do they do that? Do they do Banjo? Do they do this? Do they do Killer Instinct? Do they do this? See. This is what we come to. Do they? What if? Oh, that will be cool. That will be nice. What about this? That will be good. So, and that's what drives me crazy. There's all these what ifs. And we wait until those things, and if those things don't happen, then we wait to the next event. Yeah, they can't show Crackdown to VGAs. I agree. Like, they can't show Terry Crews yelling and screaming again at VGAs. So I said it before. I'm playing Xbox, and on this, I said they need to have Crackdown be playable. People need to be playing that and saying this is legit or this is not that good. And I don't know if we'll get that kind of coverage from the floor of XO18 at FanFest in Mexico City. I don't know if we'll get that kind of feedback. I don't know. I don't know if the media is going there and doing that stuff. I'm sure they have a Mexican outlet that might cover it. I think the fact that it's in Mexico City is going to be kind of weird. Like, I think we're not going to get the kind of the YouTubers that we follow and things like that. I don't think we're going to get that kind of hands-on that we get from like a PAX or an E3. It not being in the United States, I think it's going to be kind of tough unless people go into Mexico City, or YouTube is from Mexico. But I don't think we're going to get that kind of on the floor coverage. Like I think a lot of it is going to be fed through Major Nelson's mouth to us, and like what they want you to see and what they want you to hear, and the pomp and circumstance of all the pageantry of this XO18, and not really get, hey, I went there. This is what I played. This was good. Maybe not. But again, we're back to what ifs and maybes, and now wait to XO18, new line. It was before I was wait to next gen. I think we're still waiting to next gen, even whatever's announced at XO18, besides Ori, Crackdown, and Gears. And maybe they announce it. Maybe they do an Ashen. Maybe they don't. Coming out Game Pass announcements. I don't know. And you're talking November 10th. Like, that's 2 weeks before the holiday. If they talk now, I don't think they're going to talk next generation consoles. I don't think it's even a conference. It is going to be an Inside Xbox. And the way these Inside Xboxes are going, I don't expect much. I expect Fable, maybe them playing Crackdown, and I think that'll be decent. It depends on how Crackdown looks and if it really works, but I don't know, man. But I do have to say, I think Inside Xbox was a bit better, but because they had Forzathon, basically the entire Inside Xbox, they had a lot of stuff to talk about. They talked too much, but at least there was no Halo arcade cabinets, and but there was the cringy of the keyboard and mouse and avatars, which, yeah, I agree, Life and Time. They need more major news besides controls and desperation announcements. I know. Like, thank goodness in this Inside Xbox, I don't think we got to see a controller. Yes, they put one with that custom console for charity, but I don't think they had controllers. But they did have that stupid ass bundle, the Fortnite bundle. But like I said before, I just don't think. I just feel like they're so complacent. And I know having this Xbox event is not necessarily complacent, but I just feel like in the stuff that matters, the stuff that excites the gamer, I don't know how many times can you excite gamers just on news about news. And that's like where I falter. I'm like, I just can't understand. And it gets on the sense like, stop teasing me news about news. And when that news comes out, yeah, no white gloves either. Yeah, white gloves too. They got to announce those. Those are probably at xboxgear.com. You go buy the fucking white gloves. But it's the thing. It's like, just, and then after just seeing the thing that Sony just had, like, with the shit with the PlayStation Classic, and then the PlayStation Now downloads, and on the trails of Spider-Man outdoing God of War, and Spider-Man commercials, and Spider-Man still like just carrying, and not to see a Forza commercial when I'm going to tell you, it was the quietest 92 on Metacritic that I've ever seen. If it wasn't for all the Xbox, people that I follow and stuff like that, it was the quietest 92 ever. You would think if this was the best racing game, it would be all over the place. Like, I felt like it was just, yep, good job, Forza, congratulations, good job. Like, good job, Playground, like, thanks. And that's it. Like, I know the game comes out next week, so maybe they'll have some stuff next Sunday. But it's a racing game, and yeah, and then the Spider-Man DLC is dropping October, November, December. And that's what I mean. Like, Spider-Man DLC dropping October, November, December. Like, just going to hit you with that stuff. And I guess they'll have CFDs bullshit, and I'm just sick of talking about those fucking games. Please show me Crackdown so we can stop talking about those other ones. And I think, too, thank goodness we got Forza, because I was tired of CFDs and State of Decay bullshit. At least now we got to talk about Forza, and that game is at least decent. That game is really good, thank God. But, we'll see how it goes. I think it's a good move. I think it's a risky move. And again, all eyes are on Xbox, just like everybody was alluding to that all eyes are on Xbox for E3. This was the do or die E3 that happened. And Microsoft just poked their head out of the water before drowning and said, "We bought some studios." And people are like, they're committed. And now they just want them to buy studios. And we saw all these studios. We saw what happened to Telltale. We saw what happened to Vancouver, Capcom. And Microsoft's not going to buy debt. They're not going to buy studios. Let them worry about the shit that they got. And I always say this: they don't need to buy studios to make the games. They have the IPs already. They have the IPs already. They had the IPs before this whole shit went to hell. They had Banjo, they had Conker, they had Killer Instinct, they had Perfect Dark, they had Halo, they had Gears, they had expansions to Halo, they had expansions to Gears, they had all stories and books, and they got crackdowns, and they had all they had tons of stuff. They just never acted on it. Phantom Dust, lazy bum thing. They Voodoo Vince, no Voodoo Vince 2. We're just gonna rehash Voodoo Vince 1. They have the IPs. They had all this stuff. They're not getting anything new. So stop with this whole they're buying studios and they're gonna be amazing. They have the IPs to make these games. They have this IP. They just chose not to do it. I don't know why. Is it money? Is it not money? Is it they don't have anybody? Nobody wants to partner with them? Is it their deals? Is it their contracts? I have no clue. All I know is we're not getting them. That's all I can speak to. I'm not going to sit here and say I have contacts. I got bullshit. All I got is the screen in front of my face and the console that's right in front of me and the shit that's on my store shelves. And that's all and those are the conclusions I make with that. I don't make up fucking stories and have contacts and DMs and no. I got what's in front of me and I react to what I'm told and what I see. And this is how I feel. And this is what they're going to do. They're going to tease us with news and announcements. They have these games. Why did they stop Killer Instinct at season 3? Why are we not on season 5 and 6? Fucking Fortnite's on season 6. Why are they not adding characters? They're making that the biggest game ever with all Microsoft IP, almost like turning into a Smash. By now, we would have had tons of Microsoft fucking Conker in there. You already have Battletoads in there. Just throw fucking characters in there. Make it a mashup. Who cares? Do something with it. Why did you stop? This would have been a great time. Smash Brothers coming out in December. Imagine we had a whole bunch of Microsoft IP fighters like they were doing. You don't have Conqueror in there, like almost like Rocket Raccoon. Shit, make it work. But you stopped. And what's amazing is that at the same time you stop making these games, making this stuff, making your games, you're trying to sell us a $500 console, new hardware. You're telling us that you listen to the fans. You tell us to bring back that you hear all the feedback. You're listening. And at the same time, you're saying you want to touch 2 billion gamers. PC and mobile's where it's at. And I almost had this like sliced image when he was talking about XO18 and Mexico and listening to the fans that saying the Xbox fans and this stuff that I had like a split screen there. And I was listening to his interview that he did last year when the X came out, when the guy asked him, so the Xbox is the most important? And he goes, no, the consumer is the most important. It's not about where you play. If it's not about where you play, then how can you have an Xbox event when Xbox is a Windows 10 device? This is where I mean it is so confusing. Is Xbox a platform or is Xbox a Windows 10 device that's part of your gaming portfolio that includes Windows 10 PC and Xbox? So when you talk about the Xbox gamer, who are you talking about? The guy that boots up Minecraft on the Switch that you count for engagement? Like, who are you speaking about? Who is your market? And then right behind that, announce keyboard and mouse coming to Xbox. You think that all those fans are waiting to play with a keyboard and mouse? Like, are you going to have demo stations hooked up down there with keyboard and mouse, and 10,000 people want to play on a keyboard and mouse on an Xbox? This is where it's so confusing, because he talks out one side of the mouth when and he did it at E3. It's all about you, the Xbox fans. Here's Halo. Here's Gears. Oh, here's Gears Tactics. Here's Gears Tactics. Oh, yeah, sorry. That's not coming to Xbox. You just basically spit on all those Xbox fans wearing jerseys in the crowd. Oh, but here's Gears 5 next year. But we got a Gears Tactics game that will go XCOM Gears that's not coming to Xbox. Maybe it is now at X18. They said it's coming out. Who knows? But they said PC exclusive. But we still don't know if it's coming out this year. But it's like, what do you want to be? Like, I feel like he's a two-face. They're two-face. When they're on Xbox stage, it's all about the Xbox. But when he's talking business and talking to other people, it's about PC and touching everybody. And Xbox is just a part of that picture. So with Xbox fans, like your special people that, they'll do anything that we tell them to do. They're diehard Microsoft, Xbox. They're diehard fans. They'll do anything that we'll tell them to do. They love. We just say Xbox and wink at them. They scream like fucking groupies. But we don't have to give them anything. We show them some controllers and they get happy. Like, it's just very, very polarizing. And just like the announcement, where XO18 for the Xbox fan. Oh, and PC and keyboard and mouse is coming to Xbox. Meanwhile, in 2017 E3, you tell us that the reason why your games are going to PC, when you look at let me see, because I don't want you guys thinking that I'm talking out my ass here. Let's undo this look. Let's see, E3 2017, Xbox and PC. I know that keyboard and mouse support's been coming. They're talking about it a lot. I'm talking about it's still up to the here it is. Yeah, it's gonna be on. I don't know if I could find it on. Yeah, I know it's when he did an interview. Was it on the Giant Bomb one? Hold on. I was going to take a quick listen. Let's see. I think you guys know. He said it a few times, but. Was it on the Giant Bomb one? Hold on. That's me. We don't want to hear me. I think. Don't want to hear my ass. Hold on. Let's see if this is. They could put their pre-orders in, so we would then make enough cartridges and discs for the fall, so that when the games hit. Oh, please. That, then to see Xbox Game Pass come along, I wanted to make sure that breadth of what this industry is able to create for controlling it, for having a VR MR experience. Oh, don't even talk about the VR bullshit. Valve guys all the time. All a lot of fun. And the experience is working what you like and don't like, and I think people value that. So we try. Is this the one? No. Oh, maybe it was on Game Slice. No, that's 3 months ago. No. But he said it. He basically he compared with the reason why games go to PC. I know. What are you saying? They're two different types of controls, like the way they go. And the thing is that keyboard and mouse, nice. Again, it's options. Options when it's options. I just don't know. It's confusing. It's exciting, But then you get your hopes up and go, you know what? They've disappointed us so many times before, and the time of year that it's at, I really think that, it's good that they're doing this XO18. I think it's risky. We'll see what it comes out to be. But, I just, at least it's something, right? But again, I just get annoyed where stay tuned, news for news. We're going to have some announcements there. And if they're more, I swear, if they're more controllers, no more controllers. But yeah, so 11 times. This just came in. I platinum Spider-Man. Yeah, congratulations. I'm at 58% right now, Spider-Man. But oh my god, that game is so great. I just started Dragon Quest too. Like, I'm just this is what I'm just trying out the exclusives, and Dragon Quest is really, really good. I can't believe how that game looks. It looks like amazing, and it's just something that really Xbox doesn't have. Those JRPGs, those classic games, like those kind of turn-based ones. Like, it's just nice to have one of those to balance out the other games. You have your shooter with Destiny. You got your multiplayer with Destiny. Okay, good. Then you got your Spider-Man, your action adventure. Then you got Dragon Quest, which is an open RPG that you get into the JRPG turn-based with stat building, things like that. And then, and you still got your Call of Duty. You still got your Red Deads. And then they got VR. Creed just came out. Like, I'm just being like, there's just so much variety right now and what's going on that you can have your cake and eat it too on one platform, where the other one is still teasing you that you're going to get dessert. Xbox, like, you'll get dessert. You'll get dessert. Just keep doing what you're doing. You'll get dessert. XO18, you'll get dessert. And meanwhile, I have my cake and eat it too. I'm getting the multi-platform games. You're getting these exclusive games. You're getting these, PlayStation Now downloads. I think it's huge. I had PlayStation Now. I wasn't a big PlayStation 3 owner. I got it with God of War and didn't play that much on it. So, like, with some of those games, I'm hooked up through, like, Wildland. I played some of them. I beat, like, everyone's gone to Rapture and stuff like that. But having those downloads and having about 200 PlayStation 4 games to download and having those PlayStation 2 games to download, like Hot Shots Tennis and stuff like that, that's cool as shit. Again, it's not the reason why you own a PlayStation, but man, that is a compelling service now. And, they've been adding games. And the games of gold that Microsoft added is really not that great. And if Sony keeps bringing, they said supposedly Diablo, again, it's a rumor, but Diablo might come out next month. Like, just saying, like, Sony's been really bringing some great games with PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now as well. And the fact that you could download the PlayStation 4 games is it's a huge thing. I'm going to play Vanishing Ethan Carter. I downloaded because I never played that before. Gravity Rush Remastered, I downloaded that from PlayStation Now. I downloaded Super Street Fighter 4 because I was playing that, that game, Super Street Fighter 4. They got King. I think they have is it not King of Fighters? They have another, like, they got a lot of great games on there. And then on top of that, the VR, I just got Firewall Team Bravo. Holy shit, that game is crazy. That is like Rainbow Six with the aim controller. And they got another game that's coming out with the aim controller called Extinction. Not Extinction. It's another one. Ignition or something like that. There's another one coming out with the aim controller. And I'm going to tell you something right now. That aim controller, if you want a VR system and a fire team, that aim controller thing, the aim controller is not on PC, guys. There's no Vive with the aim controller. That aim controller is some kick-ass shit and doesn't really get acknowledged as to how amazing with the where is it? Oh, Fall Point. I keep all these F's. Fall Point, Fire Team, fucking bro. I'm gonna say it. Fall Point with aim, and it is something surreal. It's not gonna replace your games. But man, you feel like you've been somewhere else. Like, it is really cool. Now, looking down and moving up, maybe not. But if you could tolerate it, they take a lot of consideration in there. And I'm excited about that new thing. But VR is an amazing option. And it is a nice accessory and differentiator to the traditional console games that you have. And I think Microsoft is bad for not getting involved in it, because it's not leaving, and it's just going to get evolve, and people are going to develop for it. And if it hits, if it ever does, Microsoft's going to be hands in their pants, just like they were with Windows Phone. Who wants to use a touchscreen? It's all about the BlackBerry, tactile typing. Nobody wants to use a touchscreen to type. It's all about the Blackberries and these PC phones and all this other stuff. Who wants your apps? Nobody's using that. That took off, right? And then Microsoft's like, oh, fuck, let's get involved. Too late now. You can't get the app developers. And it goes with the same thing right now. UWP, cross-buy, and Windows 10 Store. They're not getting the app support that they need. When's the last time you had a third party announce Play Anywhere? They're releasing a day and date on Windows 10 and on PC. On Windows 10 and Xbox. Cross-buy. When? Resident Evil was one. Shadow of War, I think, was another. And we're done. I don't think Shadow of War was cross-buy, though. I don't know. Shadow was in Windows 10. I think it is. Yeah, they used UWP. You think like, Monster Hunter with the success of Resident Evil should have done that. Nope. Nobody has. Have they used any one of these inside Xboxes to announce that cross-buy? That's another service. And the thing is that that's what happens when you're not the lead platform, when you're not trying to push consoles, and you're talking services and teasing news and not acting with your ass on the fire. You need a fire under your ass. And if you think you're just going to backpedal into next gen and release a Scarlet, you got another thing coming. And you talk about these studios. Listen, Peter Molyneux was like the genius. How was his games? It's a team. All right? It's a team that works together. It's not an individual that makes the games. So these Frankenstein teams that they're putting together are not proven to work together yet. So just to see a name and just like you see Rare and like, oh my God, we're going to get amazing. You got Sea of Thieves. It's a team of people. It's not a name. It's a team of people and their collaboration and the support and the vision that they have in knowing what good gameplay is. What's up, Dakun? How you doing, man? To know what gaming is, what gameplay is, what people want, and how they anticipate reacting to it. And who knows? They might have a rough start in the first shot. That might be your launch games for the next Xbox. Do you think they're just gonna come out with like, look at Naughty Dog, look at Uncharted 1. Oh man, we bought Naughty Dog. Here's Uncharted 1. Did you ever think from Uncharted 1 that they would be like the same studio that does Last of Us and Uncharted 4? And it takes time. You don't just buy somebody and go, they're going to create a quadruple A game that's going to sell 3 million in 3 weeks, in 3 days. Look at Insomniac. They learned from Sunset Overdrive, on Traversal and stuff like that. It takes time. So just because Microsoft buys a studio doesn't mean that the next game that comes out of them is going to be that game that is going to be amazing. My bet is, especially with the focus on Game Pass, I think that all those studios, first off, they are not, besides Playground Games and maybe the Santa Monica studio, these studios are not the level of 343 and Coalition. Ninja Theory is not big. And they maybe to get more employees, but they're not going to be like a Santa Monica studio or like a Coalition. the collective that made the We Happy Few. No. Sea of Thieves develop Undead Labs. They're staying small. Maybe to get 100 people. So like they're not taking these indie devs or these middle of the road devs and turning them into 500 people big studios. They're keeping them independent because my thought is I think these guys are creating smaller games. I think the one in Santa Monica from them is going to create Microsoft's next big game. I don't know if it's new IP or Perfect Dark. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it could be, but I think that's going to be the studio that makes the next big game. Playground's making the next Fable, but I think the other guys that buy in, even if they buy Obsidian and stuff like that, I do think that their job is to make the kind of Ori in the Blind Forest, the Ashens, the kind of the indie type middle of the road games that will sustain content in Game Pass. Now, at first, maybe from there, then they make a bigger game. But I think they got these guys to can make a quick kind of game in a year or two and pump out some content for Game Pass, exclusive content for their platform. But I don't think that Ninja Theory it has bought by Microsoft and is going to make Uncharted 5. I don't think so. So buying studios, it's nice. It does nothing for the now. It does nothing for that Xbox that's sitting at Best Buy shelf right now. It does nothing for that console that's sitting there at GameStop or at Target or underneath in the cage over at Walmart. It does nothing today. It does nothing tomorrow. It does nothing next month. It does nothing next holiday unless these things come out. I mean, next season, the following season. It does nothing for the here and now. It gives you promise and a bunch of what ifs and well maybes and oh my's and what's behind that curtain. And that's what XO18 does. It just gives you another carrot, another tease, another like, ooh, maybe we'll announce it. And then we come back and it's like, where's Crackdown? We're working on it. We'll show it early next year or something like that. Like, we'll see. I can't believe we got to come out of XO18 at least it'll be worthwhile. This is my opinion. XO18 will at least be worthwhile if they confirm Fable and maybe have a trailer. That'll be better. I think if they just show the text, I think that's going to be, well, whatever. We knew that. But I think if they show a trailer of it, will be pretty cool. Just get an idea what the graph, like, what the vision is of it. It could change, obviously. And Crackdown 3 multiplayer, buildings falling all over the place. That's what I at least need to see, not to be pissed. But if they don't show those things and talk out their ass and controllers and show me DLCs and bullshit and talk about more DLC seasons coming to fucking Forza and see a Sea of Thieves having another fucking fish in the water, yo. And there's a potential for that. But I think at least they'll need to show Fable. I can't see that they just show the word Fable and he just says, hey, they got to show a trailer. They'll show some CGI trailer of Fable. And I think that'll be cool. But again, who knows when that's coming out? Who knows what? I don't know, clue. It's just it's so depressing that we are here right now. I know Zayas says it a lot, but like how we got to here these last 2 years. And then the message that's coming out of them. Like it is just so kind of just carrots and just how we got to where we got to. Like it should be, like I said, it should be a battle. See how like Sony said, here's PlayStation Now downloads, response to Game Pass. Here's the PlayStation, the 1 mini competing against Nintendo. Nintendo's like, hey, here's Smash Brothers, you son of a bitch. Here comes Metroid, you bastard. And then Sony's like, here's Last of Us 2, you fucker. Oh, here's Ghost of Tsushima, and the Nintendo's coming back on. Fuck you. Here's like fucking here's what is that game? Fucking. Sony's like, here's Ghost of Tsushima, and then they're like, here's a fucking Animal Farm. Was it Animal Farm? Not Animal Planet. The fuck it is that animal game that Nintendo has. And they're like going back and for fucking just like fuck you, fuck this. And Microsoft's like, hey guys, I got some news. News about news. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Animal Crossing. There you go. Thank you very much. So Sony's like, here's Ghost of Tsushima, you fucking Nintendo. Nintendo's coming back on, fuck you, we got Animal Crossing. And then Sony's like, fuck this. His Days Gone, you son of a bitch. And they're yelling at each other back and forth like fucking neighbors in New York, just screaming across the porch to each other. And Microsoft's like, hey, guys, you want to play catch? And they're like, shut the fuck up. Grow some balls and then come you can play with us. Let's all play together. It's like, shut up, man. We're fist fighting here. They're throwing fucking blasts back and forth. And Microsoft's like, yeah, I got some news, but I won't tell you the news. And we got some news coming. News again, yeah. I bought a ball. You want to play? It's like, get the fuck out of here. We're throwing hooks back and forth over here. And that's where we should be at. We should have a triple threat match right now. They all should be fighting for the customer's dollar. Microsoft's throwing out banana peels and throwing out carrots. And Nintendo and Sony are swinging at each other. So that's where we are now. So I guess wait to XO18 now. Surprise, surprise. And I'm going to sign off. I'm going to play some games now. I didn't want to do, I know I do this kind of late, but I appreciate you guys coming out. Hit the like button, share it. And yeah, I'll probably be on playing Xbox tomorrow. We'll talk about this. It's good news. I don't say it's bad news, but again, it's news about news. And, there's potential. But, we'll see what it is. Again, tired of the carrots, but, it's something, I guess. It's an opportunity. But I want to thank everybody for coming out. Hit the like button, share it. Follow me over on the Twitter. And, subscribe to the channel. I got just about 160 subscribers. I thank you so much. It's awesome. I can't believe I had like 14 a few months ago. And now I'm like getting there. So I just want to thank everybody. I love doing these things. And, thank you very much, Meds. Sorry, man, you got to listen back on the show. They don't trash on Inside Xbox too much, but man, Microsoft loves giving out those carrots like fucking Bugs Bunny. But anyway, I want to thank you everybody for coming out. I'm gonna be signing off. Catch you later. Talk to you guys later. Bye.